I dove. I tried to do some John Wick shit and shoot up.
I'm sorry.
No, dude, we're good, bro. We're good, man. It's not the first time I've been shot in the face with the Sims. I'm good. Ron Holmes with Riker USA, and we are out here with MIRA Tactical at the world-famous Osprey Training Facility in Council, North Carolina. In today's episode, we're going to work with some special tactics law enforcement guys. They're going to show us how they would roll up to a target. There's going to be a little bit of force-on-force action. It's going to be some good guys take on some bad guys, and I'm one of the bad guys today. Gets me every time. How you doing?
How are you?
Good, I'm Ron.
Christian.
Nice to meet you. Hello, hello.
Just a little bit more.
How are you? Ron, nice to meet you.
Yeah, I'm at a 7.1.
So Josh and I, we've known each other a long time. We've done a couple projects like this together. And, you know, for us, one of the things that we want to do is, you know, I live in, in just, regular America. And you guys are my providers and my protectors of the security for my family. So any chance I get to work with the local law enforcement anywhere I'm at, it's just, to me, it's an honor. Understanding how you guys train and knowing you guys put in the work, you perfect your craft and you want to be good at your craft. Because I know that when you guys show up on target, your critical thinking, your critical response it has to be perfect. There's no room for error. You guys gotta have that true north every time you step foot onto that property. Your intel, you don't necessarily have eyes on the target, sending you 6 hours, 12 hours, 24 hours of fresh target package intel updates, helping you build out your assault package. A lot of your stuff comes from officers first on the scene and 911. And from there is where you guys are on the fly, pretty much coming together and building out your assault plan. When would you guys make the decision to, okay, this is going to be a chemical insert?
No two situations are the same.
Yeah.
So we have to adjust our tactics to every situation. So even if it's a suicidal barricade, if you take one suicidal barricade and match it up with another one, they may be similar, but you've got totally different structures. You got totally different knowledge base. What if you have somebody that's had CBRN or any kind of military experience? So you have to take that into consideration. So as far as when it comes to chemical munitions deployment, it's automatic understood that more than likely we're going to be using it because it's a de-escalation for us. Whether they're a victim inside or whether they're a suspect or perpetrator, chemical munitions are going to assist us in bringing us a safe resolution.
But whenever we do gas deployments, we shoot full saturation. We'll start at a certain level, and then if we need to escalate that level from standard gas up to something like a hotter gas, and we'll go that route. And a lot of it depends on what steps we've taken already. Like if we've already made certain breaches on the residence and it's opening up areas for ventilation, obviously your gas is going to be less effective. You're also having to leave avenues of escape because you can't just dump gas into a house. Expect somebody to move through that gas outside of the house. So you kind of dump your gas in there in a manner where you leave an avenue of escape so they'll come to exactly where you want them to go. Ultimately, the point is to get enough gas irritant in there to coax them out. Going in and dealing with the irritant yourself is the last solution. That's the whole point of put the gas in the first place.
There's use of force theories that we have to employ, and it's not like, well, we have to do this step to this step to this step to this step. That's not something we follow. If you have an officer and you have a situation, I can pick from a different use of force application based on the totality of the circumstances, what's going on, and what is actually going to be effective. So I can tell you a majority of our deployments have resulted in some kind of chemical munitions deployment, which has resulted in a safe resolution. And that's by far what we want. Military is a little different. A safe resolution may not be the ultimate goal. It's more mission-based. Military does a lot of stuff that law enforcement doesn't even touch.
Different rules of engagement.
Totally different, right?
Yeah.
Yep, absolutely. The supreme law is going to be the Supreme Court case laws that we follow. But I can tell you right now, as far as deployment, when we get an op, whether it be search warrant execution, pre-planned op, or if it's a call out, which involves calling out the team based on a critical incident, chemical munitions preparation is always in there. It's never going to be not in the mix, if that makes sense. It's a huge part of our operational platform. Normally, if there's a plan to deploy any kind of chemical munitions, there'll be an interior plan with the command staff or the team leaders, and then the decision to don mask will be given, and then an order will be given. Everybody's going to don mask. If you want to really make an operator, I guess, I don't know if nervous is the correct term, but if you want to make them feel less effective, you restrict their breathing, you restrict their eyesight, you take away their senses.
Yes.
So when you're employing, or you decide to employ the gas option, you're donning gas masks, you have to be careful, because fatigue is going to set in faster. You take away their mobility. It's going to introduce fatigue. Fatigue introduces accidents, or maybe incorrect decision making. So when it comes to selection of gas masks, you have to do a test and evaluation. You have to know, is the operator going to be able to operate at the highest extent possible with the gear on? So for that reason, we've trained quite a bit, or law enforcement SWAT team should train quite a bit with the gas mask on. That's whether that be on the ground, that be on rope, that be in a maritime vessel. You have to train on it. And I can tell you right now, like looking at those two gas masks, I can tell you right now, I know which one that the operator is going to choose over the other one, and that's the one with the higher visibility. Being able to see is how we make decisions. If you interrupt that decision-making ability by limiting vision, you're asking for your operator to get hurt, or maybe make a decision that might not be the best.
What is if there is a percentage, what is the percentage of you guys going up against somebody who can actually has countermeasures? I always say there's a difference between paranoid and prepared. And paranoid is the guy who lives in the trailer and has homemade claymores around and the flag hanging over his house says kill them all, that God sort of amount. Have you encountered that, or what is the percentage of a formidable force, when you guys react to it?
That's something we take into account with anybody we deal with. A lot of times, if we have time, we try to build, like you said, a strike package, which is no more than as much intel as we can gather on somebody. And living and working where we do, close to military posts, it's very regular that we run into people with some sort of military experience. Luckily, it's very few and far between that have the skill set and actual legitimate training that's basically structured around what we're dealing with. We've had a few people that had some experience in infantry and stuff like that. So we assume they have basic understanding of tactics as far as CQB. They have an understanding of weapon manipulation. So we consider that in our standoff and our usage of cover when we're doing our approaches and things of that nature. We had one guy recently that barricaded and allegedly had some EOD demolition experience. And during that operation, we utilized an explosive breach charge. So it's something we took into account as far as how long that charge should stay on that door. So it was kind of a expedient application and usage, because we didn't want that to sit there and be available for him to snatch off the door and take inside. So they are out there and they do live amongst them. So luckily they're usually not the ones that we're having a good deal with.
Now, so say you have so one of the things that helps you with that decision is that you get the person's name, and then you guys, are they doing some type of database search to find out as much information as you can to help you build your package?
In our organization, we have our intel guy who's extremely good at finding any detail that pertains to whether we're doing an apprehension on somebody for a warrant or if it's a barricaded subject. He'll scan anything from social media to local databases, state databases, even tax records to see layouts of houses.
Yeah.
I mean, anything you can imagine to further as possible prepare us for what we're going to have to do or may have to do. So any and everything we can find out about a person before we are interacting with them, we try to. If we have time, we're going to utilize that time the best we can, because everything we do is to not only mitigate liability to us, but the suspect, the victim, surrounding innocents. Anything and everything we do is to limit that liability. But sometimes, a lot of times, we don't have that time. It's because what we do, oftentimes we're acting almost like a QRF for patrol or for other agencies that we're working in and around. So a lot of times it's quick, and we make the best decisions we can with the information that we have.
Talking about the contrast between law enforcement and military is, we're responsible for the outcome regardless. We base our tactics off of the suspect, and they'll steer the direction of the encounter as well. But we're responsible for the safety of everybody, including the suspect. So there's a lot that we have to take into consideration when we're deploying. If we're going to assault the structure prematurely, is that something we want to pursue, or do we want to continue in negotiations? So there's, like I said, no two situations are the same. So every situation we have to handle accordingly based on the information we have.
I know that you guys train a lot, and I also know that you guys, and I love hearing my son say it, but I mean, you can ask him like, hey, what's the plan? He's like, if you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. All right, so what we'll do now is we're gonna run through some scenarios, and we're gonna be the bad guys, and we'll be armed, but you guys are gonna have to pursue us. Okay, so we are out here with our military special operations tactics professionals, and we are getting ready to go into our good guys chasing bad guys scenario. We do not have a mask, they have masks, and we're going to be using the Unit Solutions training rifles, and we're going to have some UTM pistols, so we can get a little gunfight here, a little smoke, a little mask, a little coughing. It's going to be a good time, so here we go.
We're going to do an initial threshold evaluation on the door. From that point, we'll decide whether or not the door is already breached. We need to breach it. We'll make entry. We'll work our way through the structure looking for the suspect or suspects, utilizing best practices and CQB techniques, and then we'll see how it plays out.
We'll porcupine up. Whoever's left got the door. I'll be the point guy on the door, just somebody plate me around when I do the threshold evaluation to get that window.
I got you.
Yep.
You're going to hold on the door as you work your way around, and I'll plate you on the right side where the windows are.
Yep.
Yeah. Are you ready? All right, I'll plate you. We gotta try the open window here. Boom, 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 boom.
Slow down, guys. Slow down.
What do you got?
Hands down right here. Let me see your hands. Let me see your hands. You can let the vehicle out. With your hands.
I don't have it. Here, I'm gonna look. Move.
Take him.
Oh, cover.
Good.
Yep.
I'm on rear.
That hurt.
We good?
Yep.
And next.
And that.
Man, I ate that one.
Anybody hit?
You guys good?
My gun jammed.
Yes, sir. Where did I shoot that was poking out back here?
You got me in the butt,
In the butt?
and then when I went forward, someone hit me in the face.
Damn.
You got actually hit?
Uh-huh.
Man, you should probably have some freaking
Yeah.
full mask. Especially if it's UTM.
That was good.
Dang. God.
Tooth did it.
No, it was full skin.
Woo.
Good thing is like filming's almost done, right?
As far as our movement and our communication, that's how we would do it in real life. For this specific scenario, I'm assuming it's something along the lines of like a jump and run, or they ran into a structure, we have to go get them. If they ran in here, it would depend on two things, whether this building was occupied or not. Like if it was an abandoned warehouse or something like that versus a residence in a neighborhood. So if there were people in here, we're coming in after them because we want to avoid like a hostage situation. But as far as our movements and how we talk and everything, that's how we do it in operations. So it's not everybody just run, and we're pretty streamlined as far as our movement as a team. But if we run into a situation like that where it takes a second, we can communicate it and take that moment to make sure everybody's on the same page of what our next objective is as far as where we're going, what we're doing. We'll take that second, communicate, and then we'll go from there.
Everybody needs to know each other's job, and a lot of the techniques we use is free flow.
Basically, every person that is on the entry team has to have a very profound understanding of what the objective is that we're trying to accomplish, and every single job that has to be done. So if you're the point guy going in the house, you go through a room, you come back out in the hallway and go to another room, you're going to be in a completely different position. You might be third or fourth, depending on how the people move through the house. So you have to understand what everybody's trying to accomplish. So no matter where you are or what number you are in the room, you understand how, you got to get to your points of domination. You have areas of responsibility, and things like that. So you have to understand it as a whole to be able to flow as a team. It takes years of working with the same guys and getting extreme amounts of training hours to be good at it.
Continuing training, and it's bringing yourself back, even though you've progressed to more advanced techniques, but bring yourself back to the fundamentals and retraining the fundamentals and the basics.
Absolutely.
I dove. I tried to do some John Wick shit and shoot up.
Yeah, you guys should really have some face pro.
Yeah.
Definitely a movie.
Nah, you'll be all right.
Yeah, that's good.
I'm sorry.
No, dude, we're good, bro. We're good, man. It's not the first time I've been shot in the face with the Sims. I'm good. We're getting ready to do scenario 2 in the subterranean feature that they have out here at Osprey Training Group. And it's going to be a good time. Lessons learned. Remember, safety first. This time, we have our Bane mask to stop us from getting shot in the face by these professionals with firearms. So safety first, and it's going to be a good time. We get to play the bad guys again. So let's get in here and see if we can't get a little bit of revenge.
Cross coverage down the hallway. Contact?
Yeah.
Where's he at?
Into the hallway.
Shots out.
All right. What was that?
All right.
Ready?
Okay, like that. Pause, push it across coverage.
Ready to move? I'm jumping wide. I'm pushing all the way across the hallway.
Come here. Short room, short room, short room.
All right, into the hallway. You got anything left? You got anything in the tunnel?
I don't see nothing in the tunnel.
All right, let's push wide to get to that room on the left. Take that and then go from there.
Cross coverage, cross coverage.
Last man.
Short room, short room, short room. Good job. Good job. Hold up. Before we push, how's your weapons? How's your weapons? What's the status? Need any load?
I'll say Frank. I'm low, but I'm good.
Fall back to the rear. I got you. That's right. I got something down. Don't move, don't move, don't move. Gun in his right hand. It looks like we got an open area here. Right side? Yeah, you guys can work your way around. Ready? Contact rear, contact rear. Oh, you got me. Oh, stay with me, Jose. Watch him, watch him, watch him.
Trying to sneak up on us, huh?
Oh yeah, I had you.
Camera. I'm gonna push. Ready? Yep.
Woo! Angry good.
So we're wrapping up today's episode. We're out here with our military and special tactics law enforcement guys, and we had a really good day. We got to learn a lot about what our first responders are doing in the communities and the dedication that they put into perfecting their craft and to keep the community safe, constantly thinking ahead and constantly trying to be ready for whatever unpredictable situation is thrown at them. And I got to tell you, is this today was better than we had expected. So before we get to our finals, but I just want to thank all you guys for donating a day. You know, I know that you guys don't get a lot of time off, you know, from family, so we really appreciate you from Riker USA, but from MIRA and MIRA U Tactical. We're really grateful that you guys came out and spent the day out here to help us, you know, inform and educate, you know, the seeker, the person out there wants to know more, wants to know about what you do, but wants to know more about equipment and how to actually use it. So thank you guys very much, and also thank you guys because I live where you work. So thank you for keeping me and my family safe. You know, that being said, you know, give us some feedback. You know, what are you guys' thoughts? How did the day go for you? And likes, dislikes about the equipment and what we did.
I mean, for me, that was the highlight. I'm not even saying that because this is, you know, that's what we're here for, is the gas mask. But like I said before, you got to be able to communicate. This gas mask, there's no battery. With the actuators, you have to have a good battery, and even then, when when you talk, the audio is a lot of times it's really sharp or shrill.
Being the adversary to you guys and hearing you guys communicate, it didn't even sound like you had masks on, and it sounded like you guys were almost whispering, and you got your communication and your flow that reflected into your tactics was amazing.
Being able to move inside the houses, I mean, just reinforce, you know, the fundamentals that we use. Yeah, I'll let you touch on the point that you observe.
Well, I think anybody that does this kind of stuff for a living will tell you if you train in the same environment over and over and over, it becomes monotonous. And yeah, you're getting the reps, but are they good reps? I took this as a training day.
Oh yeah.
And I took advantage of every moment of it. So I'm really appreciative y'all invited us out here to do this. And yeah, just the new environment. It's a great facility. Challenging due to the low light situations and the gas mask. I think he's touched on it plenty, but we've been on operations standing this close to each other, and we literally have to just embrace the suck a little bit for a moment to get words out of our mouth and take a little bit of gas just to communicate to each other.
And that's not really where you want to be.
No.
I mean, that kind of, you know, you want your gear to work with you, not against you, on that aspect. But
Absolutely.
It's a good train day, great opportunity to get out here. I like the gas mask, the versatility of it. A lot of times when I'm taking gas masks off, it's like as soon as I get it on, I just want it off. I don't want it on at all. That thing, I felt comfortable coming out of the tunnels. I wouldn't feel like I was labored for breath a lot of times. You put it on, you go run around a house, try and put holes in a fence or something, and you're gassed. But with that, I felt like I was able to move effectively throughout the entire building, and I wasn't like sucking for air the entire time.
Good movement, good communication. Glad to see that we could get out in a different environment than usual. It's always nice to change it and keep pushing the boundaries.
Like Spell said, anytime we come out and do this stuff, it's training. We get the benefit out of it, so we really appreciate it. We had a lot of fun.
that's this episode. We can't thank these guys, these professionals, enough for coming out there and helping us just bring this information to you guys to help you guys be better informed and educated to make a better decision. Be a seeker, train safe, train smart, train with a purpose, and be a difference. To the next episode.